Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Well, a bunch of more weird stuff's going on. That's right. First of all, just wanted to say thank you for all of you that stopped in on our live stream last night. Those are seeming to become pretty popular. Or my wife and I, usually she's able to join. Sometimes she's a little busy, but where we just talk about stuff. We answer some of your questions. Last night, of course, was a very hot topic of all of these unidentified flying objects that were apparently now just shooting out of the sky for no apparent reason, with lots and lots of questions. And this morning, well, there's more. Apparently China now is saying that they have one of these unidentified flying objects flying over their airspace. And as of when I started recording this, the report was that they were planning on shooting it down, although I cannot confirm if they have or have not yet. But hey, now China's getting into the game. I know that many of you are going to say, which is very possibly true, well, they're just saying this to, distract it from being them. It's very possible, very likely, but who knows? There's just a lot more weird stuff. And again, I want to repeat what I was trying to get across last night is that let's not panic over this, okay? There's definitely some psyop, I would say, going on, and they're doing their best to try to distract us from something or to open the door to something, or maybe both, all of the above and more. Of course, last night we were talking about the airspace over Montana being shut down because a suspected object there. After the live stream, some things kind of transpired, and, well, NORAD and the government, well, the rest of the government seems to be in opposition about it. NORAD says that there was nothing there. But officials in Montana that claim that they spoke to the DOD says that, yeah, there was something there, and because it was at night and we couldn't get a good shot at it, couldn't see it, that we're just going to monitor it throughout the day. Which brings another question of, so with all of our billions of dollars in research and technology, we can't see something at night? I mean, I thought we had all kinds of night vision and infrared and radars and all kinds of other things that we probably don't even know about. And we can't see something flying in our skies at night? That's interesting. If that's actually true, it probably just adds another layer of worry to the American people that we have things that are penetrating our defense systems, flying over our territories, and now we don't have the technology to shoot something down at night because we can't see it. That's interesting. Also, it just brings up another question of when did we start shooting down objects out of the sky that we don't really know what they are? We can't identify them. We can't identify if it's a threat or not. We're just shooting it down. Lots and lots of questions for this, and I'm sure there'll be many more in time to come because according to the official report, this one that they're now tracking over Montana again, it makes it the fourth object in our airspace in the last week. Something that I want to point out for all the people that are, immediately defaulting to aliens, and I know I've said that mostly in a jovial manner, but if you noticed, all of these objects, at least that they're reporting on, are all in the same area, which also follows a jet stream pattern. So it's, so aliens, they travel millions of light years and then they just have to float around in the jet stream pattern and they don't have any defense systems. I don't know. A lot of it doesn't make sense. Another possibility I was thinking is maybe this is just opening the doorway to make this, technological leap that the World Economic Forum is all talking about. Maybe this is just to, unveil some new tech that we're rapidly advancing. We're making a big jump on the evolutionary scale of technology. Who knows, folks? Who knows? Most definitely, there are multiple things going on, and a psyop and a distraction is probably one of them. I mean, we've got the Nord Stream pipeline. We've got this increased offensive over in Russia and Ukraine. We've got all the domestic stuff going on, and then now this. It's in the end what I was saying last night, and I hold to this. is that I believe the ultimate goal of the people that are playing all this big game with everyone is to just cause chaos and confusion. That's really it. You and I, we kind of feel like pawns in this, right? We feel like that we're just the cannon fodder, the ones that they don't care about, and they're just trying to play us all. And in some sense, that's definitely true. We have to keep our wits about us, and we have to keep focused on the things that we know to be true, and that's family and community and preparations and self-sufficiency, because those things, the things that I talk about repeatedly over and over again, to where the point it annoys some of you that I say the same thing pretty much every video. That's something that's gonna help us through pretty much whatever happens. No matter what this ends up being, whether it's some type of global world war invasion, some type of nuclear war, some type of saying and claiming that there's extraterrestrials here now, or some other type of event, or if it's just going to be more and more confusion. Getting yourself in a position where you are not dependent upon this system that is crumbling, which is exactly what it is. This is exactly it. If it's not apparent now, I don't know how much more has to happen before you get it. With everything that's happening between social issues, moral issues, just infrastructure, government, relations, everything. It's all kind of showing a lot of pieces are falling apart. That the best thing that you can do is just to become more self-sufficient. I mean, that's just all it is. To get to your place where you're not dependent upon these things. And I know that's difficult. I know a lot of you say, well, that's really an impossibility. Well, to some extent, you're correct. If your goal is to live the lifestyle that you're used to and that you're comfortable with, and then trying to do that same lifestyle without the system, yeah, that's going to be pretty much an impossibility. But accepting the fact that there may be a point that you're just going to have to live a more primitive, I guess is the right term, primitive lifestyle, a lifestyle of just doing without some things that you've come to, enjoy, certain creature comforts, and just kind of roughing it. Yeah, that is a possibility. And it's done on a daily basis by some people. It's not 100%. I know it. I know so many of you are going to say, yeah, well, they'll come for you too. Well, maybe. It's possible. It's quite possible that they'll come for me too. But it's definitely increases my odds, right? Because if I'm hyper dependent upon everything, living in the city and not being self-sufficient at all, then I don't really have much of a chance at all of breaking away or surviving all of this. Not meaning surviving as in you die, but it could just be surviving as in your choice is either death or, giving over to whatever system they're trying to build. Living out like this, or just being more self-sufficient, just having the supplies and the skills, the knowledge, and the ability to do for yourself, it increases your odds. It's a simple mathematics. That's all it is. And for me, I think that's worth it. We obviously are living in some very weird times. I don't know how else to say it. Who would have ever thought that it would get to this? I mean, we probably would expect different types of attacks and wars and collapses, economical collapse. If they announced tomorrow that the US dollar was collapsing, most of us would say, well, that's not surprising at all, or that China was, possibly routing troops through Mexico to invade us. A lot of us would say that's not too surprising, but here we have unidentified flying objects that sound like they're right out of some kind of sci-fi movie that's apparently hovering over our airspace, and we're just randomly shooting it down. That's probably not something that most people would have expected, and obviously there's some purpose for it. I mean, most of these people that are running the show, they don't do things without purpose. It's planned, and whatever that reason is, I say it almost doesn't even matter. It's showing their hand in a way that they don't see it, and that is that they're causing chaos, confusion. They're trying to divert attention and to somehow get the public, focused on one thing while they're doing another. And whatever that is, we just need to brace ourselves, because does it really matter in the end for you and I if this is to distract from Nord Stream or the laptop or, some kind of invasion? In the end, it's all going to be chaotic. It's all going to cause disruption to us. And you and I down here at the bottom of the totem pole, we just have to prepare for that. At some point, could the American public start to become very worried about this if this continues on? And could there be runs on the bank or, run into the grocery store or gas stations? Absolutely. Absolutely there could be. There's just all kinds of little things happening. I saw some video out of Nevada where there's gas stations with people just, line after line of gas stations because they had to shut down a pipeline because of a leak. We've got the train thing up in Ohio, which is just becoming weirder and weirder. And then several other little things throughout the world and the country that just makes us go, what's this all about? Last night I said this, and I want to say it again. Instead of, beating our head against the wall, spending all of our energy and time trying to figure this one out, let's put at least some energy on getting ourselves ready. I would definitely say that this is worth taking notice, all of this that's going on right now, and worth kind of enacting some part of your plan, whatever it is. If it's just taking account of what you have, what you need, maybe things that you could top off on, getting stuff out, making sure it's functioning, equipment check, that sort of thing. As a family saying, we're not going to travel too far from the house for right now, just in case. We're going to kind of stay close. If your plan is to fully bug out, if that's what your plan has been, is to bug out, and you make that decision, I would certainly, plan on doing that early. And it's not a failure if your plan is to bug out and you choose to bug out right now. And then a week or so goes by and you realize, okay, this is nothing. I can go back to the house. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see that as any kind of a failure or that you jump the gun, because you certainly, if your plan is bugging out, you want to do it quick and early before the rest of the people start panicking. And so maybe that now is the time. I'm not saying to do it. I'm just saying if you end up choosing to do that, you're not. I don't think that you're failing in your system and your prep. It's crazy, isn't it, folks? Just keep getting ready. Of course, your spiritual preparedness is definitely something you want to be focusing on all the time, and now more so than ever. Because, and I'm not saying this is a definite, but if, it's a big if still, but if they are doing some kind of alien disclosure psyop that, we have aliens now, that's a pretty big spiritual warfare thing. I'm pretty confident in that. I'm no theologian, but I'm pretty confident in that. So you better be getting your soul in order, because that's probably gonna step it up a few notches in severity. Get your houses in order, folks. Be appreciative of your family. Keep them close. Love them. If you have small children, this could be a kind of a terrifying time for them. If they start hearing about aliens and stuff, if they hear little blips in the news and stuff, it could be a little scary for them. So talk to them. Go over some plans. Get your stuff ready. Top things off. And above all, get your house in order and prepare mentally, physically, and spiritually, because it looks like, at least on the surface, that whatever could be happening may be happening a lot sooner than we think. Folks, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Folks, we are living in uncertain times. where chaos seems to be around every corner. With wars and rumors of wars, economic collapse, pandemics, and more, we should strive daily to become more prepared mentally, physically, and of course spiritually. Please check out My Patriot Supply for all your preparedness needs. My Patriot Supply offers Ready Hour food, Alexa Pure water filters, and many other emergency and survival products. My Patriot Supply is an American-owned company, run by Americans producing American-made food. Emergency food from My Patriot Supply has a 25-plus year shelf life. It's simple to fix and delicious to eat. With My Patriot Supply, you can sleep at ease at night knowing that you and your family have the emergency food to last through the coming times. To find out more, click on the link in the description below or go to preparewithtravis.com.